Let's talk about in more details about Debo Samuel. Now we know that this game against the Rams he's going to be out with a hamstring. Terrible news for the 49ers. But let's rewind the tape a little bit and let's talk about why Debo Samuel this offseason asked for a trade. It seems like he knew something that most of the people will never realize. And that is all the problems that the 49ers they have now, and it's evident for everybody. If you see the demeanor of Debo Samuel in the um, lines right now in the games, his face when the 49ers are losing or when there's some bad play, his face doesn't seem to say I'm mad or I'm disappointed. It seems to say I knew it. I knew that this was going to happen. And we already saw some players, key players and leaders of this team kind of pointing fingers and something that never happened before in the 49ers. So probably Devo Samuel, he knew something or realized something even before everybody knew what was going on in the 49ers. Probably he wanted to out of the 49ers before all this thing happened. Now, why he stay in the 49ers? Well, like Tyreek Hill said, if somebody comes with that amount of money to you, guess what? Your opinion, the way how you think is going to change. That's what happened to Debo Samuel. Starting from the change of the quarterback. Um, Starting this season, Trey Lance, it was our starting quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, it was the backup. Number one, how about if you are one of the best in the game and mainly you are depending in a huge part from the quarterback position? If you're a wide receiver, obviously you are always going to be concerned who's going to be your quarterback. And in this case, he knew what he got in Jimmy G. A quarterback that is going to throw the ball always to Debo Samuel. With Trey Lance, we saw in the offseason how he uh, was very close with all the wide receivers except Debo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk, it was always with Trey Lance training, Danny Gray, Juwan Jennings, most of the Ray McLeod, most of the wide receivers for the 49ers that were training with Trey Lance. Big part of why Debo Samuel was not there is related to the fact that he was in a dispute with the 49ers over the contract or the extension of the contract. But it might be other reasons too. It might be that he was not completely sold on the idea of having Trey Lance as the quarterback of the 49ers. And like many other 49ers in the locker room, they were talking about why the disregard of Jimmy G. Talking about how the best players they need to be in the field, specifically talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and why Trey Lance was on the field and not Jimmy G. Well, probably that opinion already changed. Don't you think? I mean, we've seen Jimmy G this season and it sucks. We know that he's not going to be the future of the franchise. He's not going to be our starting quarterback next season. So a lot of players they start realizing that this is not the quarterback for us. In other point of view, many players they start thinking that Kyle Shanahan is not the right coach for this team, which is even worse. Probably people understood that at the moment of Mike McDaniels leave the 49ers. Or the split of the locker room talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. It might be that inside the locker room there was way much more talking or speculations that we all know outside of the locker room. And Debo Samuel knew it. Probably that's why he wanted out. Probably he didn't want to be part of all the drama and situations, uncomfortable situations inside the locker room of the 49ers. Probably he was the only one in recognizing that and said, you know what, I'm leaving. Now, when, by the way, all this is mere speculation, we don't know what is going on inside, and even less what is going on with Debo Samuel. At the end, he seems to be happy with the contract. Again, if you see his face, meantime he's in the sidelines, it doesn't says I'm angry or I'm frustrated. It says, you know what, I knew this is what's going to happen. And it's very evident. Now, probably many other players, they knew what was going on, but they already have their contracts. They already have their money. And of course, you need to navigate that situation like any other football team, knowing that you are going to get paid and you are going to play and probably you are going to perform. When in other situations like Debo Samuel, probably he wanted to be in a situation where he doesn't have all this drama at the same moment he got all his money. So, very interesting point of view from the Debo Samuel perspective. If he knew or he sensed something before it happened, and normally a lot of players that they have that they are very instinctive or skilled players not only translate that into the football field but also how they manage themselves. So it might be that at that moment Debo Samuel thought that his best options they were not inside the 49ers. Now other part was the involve of Debo Samuel having these death threats from many people that they're supposed to be fans of the 49ers, which is makes it a little bit scary situation too. But again, if you can identify all these factors inside the locker room and say, you know what, I don't want to be part of this. I want to move on. It might be one of the reasons why Debo Samuel uh, wanted out of the 49ers. So it's just a theory, it's just a mere speculation. We know the people that we are here outside, we need to read between the lines and try to make some theories and come up with some ideas of why the players they want to go out. Especially thinking that they have a very good coach, they have a very good front office, and they have a very good situation on their teams. Why you want to go out from that? You just become one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Not only that, you create a new position for yourself, calling yourself a wide back. And now they're not only giving you the ball in the passing game, but also in the running game. It seems like a dream come true for a player that is basically like a tweener between a wide receiver and a running back. It must be one of the best situations that you can be around. Why you still went and make it public that you wanted out of the 49ers? Why you delete all your social media? Probably you wanted to rest from all the drama that it was going on inside, all that separation or the division of the locker room. Like I'm saying, it's just mere speculations, but again, the demeanor of Debo Samuel tells a different story right now when he's in the sidelines, and you can see in the photos how he's not even showing as much emotions as he did in the past. So let me know what you think about this theory about Debo Samuel. Comment down below, and like always, see you in the next one.